All right, guys, we are live and welcome to another episode of Foreign and Domestic. And as always, I have my good brother with me, Alan B. Pro. What's going on, brother man?
Hey, it has been one freezing ass fucking week here in Iowa. I don't care about the rest of you country because I've been trying to stay indoors myself. It's been absolutely horrid. But to go into the participants list, we got Ant Tack, Bearded CB82BEM, Freedom, the Budget Gun Cinema, Daniel, God is my judge here in the room. Duckville, Missouri, Gorilla and Guns, Just in Time Prepping, Kingpin, Mad, Sexy, 45 ACP, 22 LR. Your name is getting longer and longer each week, sir. Michael Signs out there, Pro Carry Trucker. We got Vanessa Kitty out there, V Borg swinging the blue wrench, Walter Davis. There's just more names just dumping in. Glad to see everybody out there. Zippy 9898, and quite a few more that I probably missed.
Awesome. Well, if anyone has, and I'm sure we have someone here on the panel, Josh, has Yankee Marshall's email, go ahead and send him a link too, because I'd love for him to show up so that he can actually watch this and actually get some opinions from people that actually fucking matter.
Okay. So I have to correct you, sir. I don't know if it's because you're foreign and your pronunciation is wrong or not. I believe that you mispronounced his name.
Sorry.
His name is the Yankee Marshal.
I misspoke. It is the Wanky Marshal. I'm sorry.
I thought you was going to kick somebody who said it improperly.
I need to kick myself.
No, it was kick off, wasn't it? Give me back my wrench.
You have a wrench.
No, I don't. Looky.
You lost it for a good reason. I'll give it back to you, but don't fuck it up again.
Well, you say it wrong again, I have to put you in timeout.
Good luck. You can't do that. All right, we got a phenomenal panel with us already. Tonight we will start with the one, the only, the awesome tactical YouTuber, Daniel, God is my judge.
Wait a minute, you talking about me? Wow, hey, I moved up. My stock is rising. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Scotsman, thanks for the link again. Looks like we got a new guy out here on the panel. Looking forward to meeting you. The other guys I know, I've watched your videos all the time. And if you guys in the side chat, if there's anybody new out there, give them all sub, but don't sub me.
I already subscribed.
Yeah. I can't handle the pressure.
All right, good to have you, brother. And it's good to shoot with you yesterday, hang out, and have some fun. It was an awesome time. So thank you again. Always good when I can get down there. So I appreciate it very much. Jamie, what's up, brother, man?
What's up, fellas? Happy Sunday night. My stepson just came in here and told me that the Patriots just scored a touchdown. So, okay.
Oh, there's a football game on.
Yeah, I've been hearing it, and that there's a big football game going on, and it's not far from my house. It's like 70 miles from here. So, yeah, we've been Alan, there's some folks from Iowa that went down to Georgia to get away from that stuff, and they were blessed with some 60-degree temperatures and beautiful sunshiny skies these last 2 or 3 days. So you should have came with them, man. But Scotsman, thanks for the link. Thanks for having me on, and looking forward to a fun time with you guys tonight. Tim, nice to meet you, sir.
Honor, sir.
Awesome, good to have you, Jamie, as always. And we'll go to someone else here. And you guys might have saw a video I put out earlier today. I was trying to help this gentleman out. You know, we call him a brother in the community, but I'm really kind of struggling. I'm not quite sure if he is or not. He's kind of borderline on a lot of different issues that it's just tough, man. It's just tough. But with that being said, we have the one, the only, Josh Benware.
What's up, guys? Yep. Absolutely. I am not a yes man. I don't conform to the community. I don't do what everybody else does. That's not me. I have my own fucking brain. And so, yeah, I was playing the devil's advocate on Jamie's chat the other night. We had fun with it. I was coming from the perspective of why don't you reload? And I think I did my job well. It pissed some people off and people unsubscribed. And tonight people are going to unsubscribe too, because tonight is Screw the Yankee Marshal. And I like I like his channel. I can take other people's opinions that are different than mine and not get offended. So, and I understand his sense of humor. I know he's screwing with people. I understand that he has he majors in social psychology. So he knows how to mess with people and manipulate words to piss people off, even though what he's saying isn't necessarily what his titles say, but people get bent out of shape. And well, we'll get into that later. Go ahead through the panel.
Yep. Good to have you, man. And we were just messing with you pretty good on that video. We had to. I had a few rounds left over, and it was just prime time. That was all.
Hey, Josh, when he went to shoot my reloads, I didn't tell him that I just had a squib, my second squib 3 weeks ago. I didn't let him know that until today.
Well, like I said, man, I wasn't worried because you had a shadow as well. So, you know, worst case scenario, I was taking yours home. All right. With that being said, we'll move on. We got Phil. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. Thanks for having me. I just appreciate being here. Don't know how long I'll hang out tonight, but glad to be on.
Awesome, man. Good to have you. And we have a new panel member with us tonight. This is for the Tyven show. So if you guys don't know who that is, he did make a comment out there earlier in the side chat. Go check him out. I'm sure he'll probably make another comment here in a second. But how you doing, brother?
Doing good. Thanks for having me in, guys. I know it was short notice, and some of you just found out. It's an honor to come on and be a part of you guys' podcast. As far as the Yankee Marshal, is how you say it? I don't follow him. I'm aware of him. So you guys are going to have to enlighten me on the dispute. So kindly put. So, but it's an honor to meet you all, guys. I do follow all of you on YouTube, and if the Instagrams you's on there. I like a lot of your guys' content. And originally I was a gamer, and when I found out about all the gun rights and the gun issues and everything, I kind of switching my channel back over into the guns and stuff. It's a slow start, but watching you guys, I'm learning. So thank you for everything you guys do and standing up for the 2A community. For a lot of us that don't get a chance to express their thank you. We do deeply appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Yeah, good to have you. And I'm sure people will jump over and subscribe to you and check out your channel, man. It's good to have you, like I said. So we appreciate it for sure.
Thank you.
Chico, jump in. What's going on, Chico? Maybe not. 30 South, are you there?
No, I believe that he joined in just to put a picture on the panel.
Houston, we have a problem.
The wide world of Google Hangouts.
He might have his headset off.
Yeah.
I think he's froze up there, man. I think his internet failed him down in the basement.
Yeah, he's frozen up pretty good. All right, so we'll move on. We got more people jumping on the side chat. We got Kyle. We got Measured in Grains, Budget Gun Stamina, Jet, Southern Style. We got a bunch of people
TV, 7 Wonders, Jesse B Outdoors. Yeah, there's been quite a few jumping in out in the side chat. Good to see everybody out there tonight. NEPA Gun Talk has joined us. Garand Man. Thank you.
So I will give you my experience with the Yankee Marshal first, and then we'll go from there, and we'll go through the room. And then we'll go to our one member of the panel that really supports the Yankee Marshal, and we'll get into that here in a little bit too. But the problem I have with this particular man is, number one, you never see the man fucking shoot. Never. And I mean never. I have not seen one fucking video where he's actually pulled a gun out and fucking shot it. Zero videos.
I've heard that.
Second problem I have with this man, and this is my biggest problem I have with him, is over a year ago when I first met Alan here on YouTube, and I met a bunch of other people as well doing the CMAX fundraiser. Alan was telling me to jump over there, jump in, because he was going to throw out to the Yankee Marshal to promote the giveaway and try to help raise funds for CMAX. Well, Alan stepped up and donated money on a super chat and was completely fucking ignored. Absolutely 110% fucking ignored.
Like a substantial amount?
What's that?
Like a substantial amount?
A number of times. He was contacted. I contacted him via email, and I did super chat him a few times trying to get him to pump it out. That particular time, I don't remember exactly how much it was, but that's not the fact of the matter. At that time, he did not have any other super chats going on. He was just free form chatting, so he didn't have anything that he had pressing. So it's not like he didn't see it. I was in the side chat going, check your super chats. Other people were in the side chat going, you missed it, blah, blah, blah. He purposely ignored it.
And I'll say this. I'll say this one thing, and I get it if you don't want to promote something else on your channel. I get that. However, if someone is willing to give you money, you should at least be willing to acknowledge the fact that they did that and say thank you, and then move on. That wasn't even done. There was nothing. It was simply completely 110% ignore the shit out of them and fuck them and move on. That was it. And to me, that's just fucking retarded. You can't be that way. If I ever got to the point where, and I'm not going to do it, but if I got to the point where I could super chat and all that crap, trust me, if someone said something like that or donated money, I'm going to say, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Something.
And all I was looking for was even a shout out of his name. Hey, CMAX has got cancer. Jump over and check him out. That's it. I wasn't looking for him to pitch anything other than that, or at least even put his name out there. Anything. He did not. He purposely ignored it all. It was just absolutely enraged me. Absolutely enraged, because it was just like, what the fuck, at that time. I had been watching the guy's videos. I was into his videos. If I meshed with his views or not, I didn't care. Those were his opinions, whatever. His jokes may not have been in line with my jokes. A big fucking deal. He's a different fucking person. I don't give a shit about all that. but when it came to trying to come together for a worthy fucking cause, I couldn't even pay the guy to mention a name.
Hi.
All right. Well, hold on, Battleby. Before we get to you, 1 second, brother. Before we get to you, we have someone on the panel that is a fan and likes what he puts out. So, Josh, I know you like him. I know you jump into his chat, you comment, and all that good stuff. What do you want to say to what I've said and what Alan has said so far?
Well, Mario is a fan too. Anyways, what was the first thing you said? Scotsman, what was the first one you said?
I've never seen him shoot yet, ever.
Okay. I've seen him, and so is Silverback. I believe Silverback's a fan of his too. So we got 3 people that watch Yankee, including myself. Anyways, yeah. So I've seen him shoot a few times at indoor ranges, a couple times at the new place that he's at now, and one time out in the country, he was shooting the judge, testing it out. But like he's, do you ever hear Paul Harrell do political videos promoting the Second Amendment or anything like that? No. Are y'all pissed off at him because he doesn't cover politics and promote the Second Amendment? No. So why are y'all pissed off at Yankee for not shooting and only doing political videos?
Okay.
Well, nobody's saying that he only does political videos. He does nothing but talking videos. But it's supposed to be geared to the weapons. And so how do we even know that the guy even takes these things out and runs them? Does he even run them, or does he just, like, if he does take them out, does he put like 5 rounds through it and go, oh, well, I don't like this or this or this, and then he critiques the weapon from there?
Well, see, he's also, and this is another one too, and I don't know, I might be able to get Bald and Curious on here, but he says a lot of different things about what he can and can't do with guns, but you never see him show that. Bald and Curious called him out, and he still did not do anything other than walk away and never did a thing.
He showed himself reloading the revolver, how fast he could reload it. It was pretty quick. I mean, it wasn't as fast as a semi-auto, yeah.
Well, you're not going to be as fast as a semi-auto. I get that. I'm a revolver guy too. I practiced that as well.
But he did.
But that was his argument. His argument is that you could reload a revolver just as fast as you could reload a semi-auto. That was what he was arguing in that video. He was like trying to show that you could reload a revolver just as fast. It was bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't lose. I mean, yeah, I knew he was wrong. It doesn't mean he's right about everything. I mean,
I can reload my semi-auto pistol pretty damn quick. When it comes to the revolver, you're probably about 1.5 seconds slower.
Well, that's part of the problem that I have with him, though. He's got a lot of subscribers, and so he's out there putting out information that is wrong. And so how many of these people that just don't know are going to believe this guy because, oh, wow, he's got all these subscribers. He must be an internet gun guru, as he calls himself, or whatever.
He calls himself the self-appointed internet gun expert, which is totally sarcastic. I don't know how the hell people listen to him, and he's completely joking. He says so much shit out of sarcasm. He makes fun of himself all the time about it, and still people take him seriously and get offended and get pissed off and start wars. It's freaking completely hilarious. It is hilarious how people get so mad at him when he is clearly being sarcastic. The IQ of some people is so freaking low that they don't understand sarcasm. They don't understand him messing with people psychologically. Some people are just too freaking dumb to get it.
Okay, hold on. You make a valid point, and here's why. Here's why you make a valid point. Is think about this. Think about all the people out there that believe everything the government says is true.
And there's a lot of people that believe that.
And so I can agree with that point, Josh, because right there we have so many people that just absolutely feed on what the government says, 100% true.
All right.
Whether it be the Russian collusion or whatever, everything.
Well, see, here's my take. Here's my take on this dude, and this is just my opinion. But he's kind of like that dog that tries to make himself look all fucking badass and will bark at you as you come by the fence. But if you jump over the fence, he ain't gonna do shit. That's what that motherfucker is. All right?
Yep, that's exactly who he is.
The reason why I don't like him is because he tries to make himself feel like he's better than you, that he's fucking smarter than you, that he is the all-two fucking gun guru fucking guy. There's another reason why I don't like Nothing Fancy for that same fucking reason. Because they're these little arrogant assholes that think that they're better than everybody else. Here's my thing.
Well, here's the other thing too, and you make a great point there, Mario, as well. Is if you're here to represent the 2A community, if you're here to represent the firearms community and be a part of that, why would you be sarcastic? Why would you do shit like that when we're trying to fight a war, and it is a war? Why would you try to do that when we're fighting for our rights, to keep our rights and be who we are and have what we have, versus saying all this other bullshit and being sarcastic and fucking with people when you should be, when you have that many subscribers, for example, you should be the person out there in the front lines fighting for everything that we're trying to fight for.
Because here's my point on all this. Why is it that James Jagger, as arrogant, I mean, as you people might think James Jagger might be an arrogant motherfucker, whatever, but at least he put his shit out there, man. You know what I'm saying? He was out there. He did what he had to do. And wake up, Scotty. What the hell you doing? Wake up. And my thing, he was in the shit. He was out there in ASR Jackson with one of the worst and most dangerous fucking roads in Iraq, and he was out there doing the thing. And worst thing, he did it as a freaking contractor with no armor whatsoever on a freaking weapon, on a vehicle. That's even worse, man. So, people want to find certain people controversial, but, at least I give James Jagger respect because he stood up for us. When MSNBC called him out saying that, here you are threatening all these people, blah, blah, blah. You know what? He stood up like a man and said, look, this is what I believe in. You may not believe in it, but this is my point, and I'm going to fight for it. The thing with Yankee is that he loves getting this little Patreons support and his little Yankee posse, woo-woo, and he goes out there and tries to make himself look like he's better. You know what he kind of reminds me of? I don't know if you guys ever watched Jim Rome, the sportscaster. Yeah, he tries to make himself look like he's fucking better than everybody else. That's what I think of that guy. He's kind of like the Jim Rome of the 2A community.
Yankee talks so much shit about himself. I don't understand how anybody could think that he's trying to make himself look better than other people when all he does is sit there and talk shit about himself.
Well, you guys also got to realize he's doing social media, and in order way to grow, you must find your niche in order to stand out in front of the group, regardless if it's right or wrong, politically, non-politically. Some guys take YouTube as acting like they're a Hollywood star. Some people get the big head, and some guys are right down the middle and everyday Joe. And some guys dispute stupidity, and people love drama, and that's why that they follow. There's I don't know. I don't know him. I haven't talked to him. I don't know what his perspective is. I don't know what his end goal is.
See,
Apparently, he's making money. People are donating to him.
yeah.
So, is it a
The problem
worthy
is
cause?
that, yeah,
Is it a
you may
bad cause?
have
I
an
don't follow it.
Yeah, my thing is, yeah, he may have an opinion, but the problem is because he's become so popular and is putting so much content out there. I mean, let's stop and think about it. A lot of us work for a living. He doesn't. He can put freaking videos all day long while the rest of us are working. He can get a greater audience than the rest of us can. I mean, he lives off his Patreon page. That tells you everything.
His videos don't show up in my search results.
First of all, he's in real estate. He's owned many businesses. He's pretty much retired. All his money from Patreon goes to giving guns to people that can't afford guns that are in need, college students, people that are just can't make ends meet to be able to afford a gun, but he wants them to be able to have a gun. He does that several times a month. He also gives a gun away to one of his Patreon supporters, and he also gives a gun away to ex-military who are in need. So
yeah, but he don't care about it.
Wait, let me finish. Who do you know that gives away 5 to 7 guns a month, spends all their Patreon money on 5 to 7 guns a month to give away? They spend all their Patreon money on that, and then on top of that, takes all their super chat money and gives it to wounded warriors and helping animals.
Seriously, you really think that all that is coming from his Patreon account? I seriously doubt it. He's got plenty of freaking sponsors, and they are the ones that.
Who's sponsoring him? Tell me Tell me for a fact who you know that is sponsoring him.
It's not a matter of who is sponsoring. He doesn't have to disclose that information to anybody.
No, who's sponsoring? You just said someone's sponsoring him. Who's sponsoring him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is you going to tell me that he's going to give up all his Patreon money to buy guns and give it out to the needy? What the fuck this guy?
I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now, if he went to these companies and said, "Hey, I'm going to give away a gun every month. I'm going to give one of your guns away," regardless whether the Patreon money is being used for part of it or all of it, they are giving him some sort of discount. I guarantee it. And you can tell me no if you want, Josh, all you want. I can guarantee it because I've been in the business. I spent many years doing this. I contact the company and say, "Hey, I'm raising money for Justin's Final Mission. This is what it is. You have 20 different YouTubers that are going to put a video out. If you can help me out and give me a small discount or give me this and help me out here." And that's exactly what they do. So for him to be giving away all the guns, I'm not denying the fact he's giving away the guns. I'm not denying that 100%. He's doing it. It's done. But I guarantee somewhere down the line, he's either got a discount or he's getting them for free.
Okay, well, either way, what's the problem? If he's pulling in $2,000 a month and giving away 7 guns a month, then what the hell is the problem?
Let me ask you this: if this guy is doing this and it's all documented, recorded, and everything, do you believe his business model is right or wrong if he's successful in what he does? I'm not taking his side. Please understand. I'm not going the other way either. I'm just looking at it as an upcoming content creator who wants to be successful, make money, work with companies. Is his business model viable? Is he succeeding?
Yes. Right now, I'll tell you what, he is succeeding. He's got over 300,000 viewers. Okay, he's making
viewers
money.
Don't mean nothing. It's how many views and retention time that you get on your videos.
Okay, let me roll with this here. So that just shows you, okay, he's a large channel. So he's not doing this for free. He's making some money. I don't know how much money is. He's got his own market. Fine, whatever. It's just not for me. What I had a problem with is when I went and watched that video and he took a broad brush and painted it over all law enforcement. Okay? He put out the disclaimer that, oh, well, not all of them are like that. I'm not saying that. But then he continues using the broad brush over all law enforcement. And he is out there representing the gun community. We as gun community, do we want to stand there and be in the same ranks as the new Black Panther Party, the liberal far left Democrats that are telling these rioters to go out there and kill the popo? Really? No, I don't.
What?
To kill
When did he say to go kill the popos? He said to
Yankee,
be
no, stop.
respectful.
I said the Democrat politicians are saying that, not Yankee Marshal. Okay? That's what I said. All right.
Okay.
Now, you're going to come at me with he said a healthy disrespect, right?
A healthy disrespect for authority and to be respectful of all people.
Okay. But he paints the broad brush that he backed down in the live chat saying that 50% of law enforcement are corrupt.
No, he said the majority of law enforcement, when they were given a survey in the early 80s, all said that if the majority of law enforcement said that if they were commanded to fire upon civilians in a civil unrest situation, that the majority of law enforcement answered yes, they would, and the majority of soldiers said no, they would not. They would abandon post.
So
that was the survey that was taken.
Right,
he was
Josh,
stating the results of a survey.
Josh, who are the police supposed to shoot at? Illegal aliens? Isn't that a little racist?
What are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense.
Criminals are citizens also.
He's talking about like okay, for example, in a Katrina type event.
We've seen that, and the mayor put out that policy to confiscate.
Exactly, and the police and many of the police went along with it.
Now, the healthy disrespect for authority means this: we ought to respect experts normally, but in some rare cases, they might also make mistakes. Rare cases. He used his disclaimer, disrespectful against authority, and then painted the broad brush over all law enforcement. Now, the chat the other night did bring out some good points that we, as a gun community and police officers, hopefully, we don't want to be on opposite lines. We want to be standing there side to side with our police officer enforcing laws. We're looking at this. We got to take this to the state houses. We got to take this to our local city halls and stop these laws, these red flag laws and everything else before it gets to this rookie that he had on there that just got done with his academy. And he's getting his first job at the sheriff's department. Well, that young man, he got raked over the coals for a question he didn't think about. He needs to think about, is he going to, if he feels in his heart that this is unconstitutional and a judge gives his boss a warrant to go get somebody's guns?
We have a few good comments out there. Not to interrupt you, Daniel. I don't mean to, but I do for a good reason, though. We have a few good comments out there. So number one, we got TR. He wouldn't piss on Yankee if he was on fire. I wouldn't either. We have another good brother out there, Razor. Majority of the things that he says are made up, and the surveys are facts, whatever. You need to make note and then go look him up, and you'll be able to disprove what he's been saying. Slim Cowboy out there says he's an ex-cop. Well, that might be, but if you're going to do a chat and have a debate, you're not going to bring on someone who is brand spanking new into that particular job. Okay. You're going to bring on a veteran person who is 30 plus years or retired and has that experience to be able to dispute what you want to talk about.
That's perfect, Scotsman. I'm glad you brought that up. He had Sarge from C4 Defense, and he asked Sarge, if you were commanded under the red flag laws to go and confiscate someone's weapons, would you do it? And Sarge said, yes, he would. He said it clear as day. He said it 2 or 3 times in a row. He said he would. A sheriff's deputy, someone who swore an oath, said he would confiscate the guns because he doesn't want to lose his job. So, and he's a veteran. He's been on the force for a while, and so there you go.
That's why we got to take it to the courthouses.
That's the
gotta-
difference between
everywhere.
military and police. The police are so scared to do anything because they're fear of retribution and losing their job and doing everything else. You get a guy that's in the military that's over there, you're taught to question and make sure that the decisions are correct. A police officer, the new police officers today, they're taught by the line, they walk the line and they represent that line without a question of authority. The day you become wise is the day that you question authority.
Well,
Right.
and that's a good point too. We have another comment out there. Hang on one second, Gorilla. We'll get to you, brother. Kingpin out there says, so what should Sarge do? Disobey an order? Well,
Read over the situation
hold on.
first. See what the situation is before you go take the guns.
Well, here's the thing. Think about this too. Remember the situation with the school where the cops were told to stand by and wait until further orders and wait for more backup to come in, and more people died because of that, instead of them going in and taking care of what they should have taken care of in the first place.
Yep.
So it's a tough thing, but to me, if it comes down to it, you got to make a moral decision.
Be a hero or be a bystander.
Exactly, but if you're willing to take orders because you don't want to lose your job, and you're willing to go through with something unconstitutional, if you're willing to go against someone's rights, that's...
See, and I disagree with Sarge on that one. And, yeah, he might lose his job, but you know what? He's violating the 14th Amendment. He's violating many other amendments on top of that, too, by going in and doing so, because it's not due process.
But to point out what TR said, of course he said that live on video because he has a job to protect. If given the actual situation at that time, things might be different.
Yeah, and I can tell you, I've talked to Sarge off air, and Sarge would probably never do that. I'll tell you right now.
TR says, are we trying to say that all cops are bad? And I don't think we're trying to say all cops are bad.
No, we're not.
I think
Depends on what you mean and refer by cops, because I can guarantee you 100% every cop has broke a law. Speeding. Every cop speed. So nobody's innocent. I'm a truck driver. I've seen them pass me playing solitaire on their laptops while they're running 100 mile an hour going down the road. I've seen them on cell phones.
By, man, all the time.
Yeah.
If you're talking about misdemeanor type stuff or violent stuff, no. There's some really good officers out there. My best friend's a deputy sheriff up in Columbus. I grew up with the guy. I know how he is personally. He's a top-notch guy, stands for the law. He went to school for criminal justice. I'd stand behind him if he needed and called up and said I needed help. I'd be there. There's some other cops, if you was on fire, dude, I wouldn't piss on you.
Okay, so Kingpin says, I've talked to Sarge offline. He is cool with the red flag laws. Maybe not as written, but he likes the idea. So,
Ooh.
And if y'all want to hear the exact wording, that last live chat, Daniel was on it. It's at 52 minutes and 30 seconds on the last Yankee Marshal live chat. Not the one today, but that one on Thursday. If you want to hear the exact wording and exactly what Sarge said, it's on there. So, and later on, once everybody started turning on him and we all started flipping out in the side chat, later on he started changing his tone and backtracking. But that's what he said. So,
is Yankee and Marshal supporting red flag laws? Does he come out against? No. Okay.
Yeah. Yankee.
I don't follow him. I don't watch him. I don't know.
Okay.
In fact, he's probably got me blocked.
Yankee Marshal's stand on the Second Amendment is if the military can have it, we can have it. Period.
Right. And
I agree 100%.
With the whole thing with cops, I mean, they're just people too. It's a matter of where their morals are, what makes them a good cop or a bad cop. So,
what is that you have behind you in a cage, Scott?
Okay, I I guess
Sorry.
my question would be, if somebody who is so for the Second Amendment and constitutional sign, why would you put a sworn in police officer and ask him a question where it could put him on the spot? I don't understand why would you do that.
Looking for views.
He volunteered to come on the live chat.
There's a difference between volunteering and being asked a question where it's controversial.
No, that was the point of the live chat was he was saying that law enforcement would go against us, that you need to keep a watchful eye on law enforcement because they could potentially, they have more of a potential.
Yeah, but that's the opinion of one person, bro.
Okay, well that's why you have
Mario,
on the live chat.
Mario, Josh.
Hey,
they're okay. Get this, law enforcement. Okay, they're there to enforce the laws, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. If the red flag law, which is unconstitutional, gets put on and made a law, their job is to enforce it.
Right. It's not to question the law.
Yeah, it's up to a judge to decide after the fact. The
right.
red flag law is
which is the
unconstitutional, but it's got to get up to the Supreme Court to get thrown out.
That's the major problem right there.
Right.
Is that we have to fight it and get it to the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
I can't speak for people in small or in big cities, but I'm in the country. Knowing your sheriff is your best asset. Know your sheriff, tell him what you're doing, what you stand for, and what you represent. That way, when they come knocking, they're not going to come at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, if you earn that guy's respect, he's going to call you, say, hey, can you come down? We need to have a meeting. Don't come knocking on my door at 6 o'clock in the morning. Somebody's going to get shot. It's plain and simple. I was in the gaming community. A thing called swatting was a big thing and still is.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous.
They missed my house by 2 blocks. And when it went down, I went over and I talked to my local police guy. He knows who I am. Said, hey, I know what's good this is about. They was tweeting at me, whatever. And I ended up going down to the sheriff's department, told them who I was, what I do, and all this other stuff. Hey, be aware, if somebody calls you in the middle of the night and says, I'm holding 5 people hostage, I'm a truck driver. I'm not home. The wife's home. She's armed, and I got 2 dogs. If somebody barks, she's got a gun in her hand. You know, be aware. Know your local sheriff. That's your first line of defense right there. I don't know about big cities. I don't know how they work in that area. But when you're in the country, your sheriff's your number 1 guy you need to have on your side. And who you elect as sheriff.
And
by the way, I like the first calf patch.
Yeah. And that goes as far as small towns and all the way up to your small cities. You get to know them people.
They're your friend. Don't make them your enemy. They just cause you problems, pull you over, and cost you money, heartache, and everything else. It's not worth it.
Yep. I had a few of the sheriffs show up at my house when I first moved in here, and we started shooting in the backyard because somebody in the neighborhood just didn't like it too much. But they came in and we had a nice conversation. We shook hands and they left, and we were able to continue what we were doing. And every time I see them after that, it's a nice friendly wave, and we're good to go.
How you doing, sir? Out of sight, out of mind. This is an interesting panel. You guys are top notch. I'll give you that. I like you guys here. Y'all great guys. I like it here.
Hey, I like to say, thank God I don't have a badge, because I don't fucking go based on the bullshit law, enforcing the laws bullshit. The only law I fucking follow is the U.S. Constitution.
Here's my badge.
Amen.
Right here.
Right. Amen.
This is my badge right here.
The thing about it is,
Second for the Second Amendment. You can't beat it.
Is that a Cylon pistol?
No, sir. That is a one-of-a-kind, solid, polished aluminum HM Defense 9mm Luger.
Dude, that looks like a cartel gun.
Cylons carried, right?
That's like something out of.
I polished this myself.
He got another one like that too.
Hey, bro, you might want to sell that to a cartel guy. He'll fucking give you top-notch money for that shit.
Yeah.
No, sir.
I
like them shiny. If they see them shining, they don't come close. They stay back because they know you got something. There is a method to my madness.
Yeah, I think you.
Then when you're done shooting and you go back to the truck, they all pile around. Hey, dude, can I see that?
I want them to come close because my gun is really small.
Yeah.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Well, then, if you're worried about small guns, then what you do is you carry man cannons.
I got
If you got man cannons around, there's no issues.
Calm down there, Sir Lancelot. Jesus Christ.
Actually, very, very small.
Back anytime, brother.
If you get too close and my guns don't work, I'll cut you with my quarter-inch razor blade.
God damn. All right. Calm down there, homie.
Diving around through the teeth.
I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Bring out the guns. Let me see what
Dirty
you got.
South is in the house looking like Black Jesus and shit.
Órale!
Two A is for Mexicans.
Simon,
Yeah, I see.
looking like Black Jesus and shit.
I could have went like this and said, "Say hello to my little friend Rodriguez."
Awesome.
Give me a second. I'll be back.
God damn, man. Hey, Chico, you put some soul glow on your shit or what? What you do, man?
Sorry, guys. I got a little excited. I like you guys. This is awesome.
Goes up again, man. Damn.
You want a close up? Everybody want a close up? I say close up. If you guys want one, oh, by the way, I'm friends with Cody Boy 32.
Man, I've been getting on
and
here.
I told him what I was doing, and he says, I got the right scope for you. We did some swapping for this sight mark. But if you go to HM Defense website, you can get it. You won't get a shiny one like this, but they make these. They're the 9mm. Now you get the one with the carbine barrel. It's like a 16.5-inch long barrel too. So, but I like it. The only bad thing about having shiny guns is their fingerprint magnets. You got to wear gloves when you handle it.
Yeah.
There you go, Tavin.
What you got for me? There you go. Ooh, Ruger.
No, that's a Taurus.
Taurus, is it?
Yep.
It's a little fuzzy on my screen up there. There you go. Awesome. You guys
are
awesome.
going to make me go to the safe, aren't you?
Oh, don't threaten me. Do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
I got to go to the
Go
safe.
to the
too.
safe.
What the hell? I ain't going to the safe. It's upstairs.
This is
Why
the only
don't
thing I
you
got
have
next
them
to me.
on?
Oh, time you. So let me ask you real quick. The guy with the first calf patch, are you still in?
Yeah, I'm in, man.
So
And
you're in
it's not a
Fort
first
Hood?
cap patch.
That's the battle.
Second ID, man.
I'm sorry, say it again.
The second ID, man. It's not first cap.
Second ID? Okay.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, man. I'm still in.
He is the most respected Mexican on the panel.
Orale. I'm the only one, fucker.
all the way, SE.
2A all the way. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna throw the cholo sign. Orale, 2A.
There you go.
Hashtag
To the
2A is for
max.
Mexicans.
2AG. Was it? It was 2AGs in Korea. 2AG was in Korea, and then we had first calf, fourth ID, and Fort Hood. We were hell on wheels, and then we got abolished, whatever. Then we became fourth
Damn.
ID out of Fort Carson.
Yeah, your ass is older. You got 2AD. Fucking Elvis Presley fucking goddamn division there.
Oh yeah. I still got my hell on wheels patches and all my ribbons and stuff down there.
Yeah, man. That's good shit, man. Well, thanks for your service, bro.
I appreciate you too, man. And you're still serving, right?
Yeah, man. I'm still in.
Where are you stationed at, real quick? I'm sorry, guys. Get off the subjects and everything. What's going on?
I'm in Fort Irwin, but I'm AGR.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I work local, so I run I run one of these National Guard units here. It's just, got to keep them in line because now they got them all. It's a lot different than when you were in. Back in the day, they kept them separate, but nowadays they're integrating them.
That's true. Well, I got this the other day. This is MRE pizza. Have you guys got those yet?
I have not tried one of those yet.
That thing will clog your hole like nobody's business, man.
Got to drink a lot of water.
I do not fuck with MREs, dude. I stay the fuck away from those things. I bring my backpacking food. Mira, más puto. Yes, I bring my backpacking food because I can't eat that stuff, man. 18 years in the army, man. After that stuff, hell no, I can't eat it no more.
Oh.
So I stay out of it.
If you guys want to try one of those MR pizzas, go to the Epicenter, EPICENTER. They're out of Washington. They've got them. You can get them right there through them. They're only like $1.50 or $2 for them.
Nice.
Hey, Battle Beam. Yeah, my wife is listening to you going off and saying "Orale" and all that shit. My wife is Mexican and she's like, "Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing."
Hey, Tim, here you go, brother, man.
What do you got?
You better put your gringo fucking husband in check. That's what you need to be doing. Hey, get the fucking chancla, man. How about start doing the Matrix and shit?
Here you go, Tim. Here's a model 29 6-inch 29-2.
Hey, shut up, fucker.
Beautiful.
Stop showing your old ass revolver.
No, you went too fast. I didn't get to see it all. Come back.
I
Yeah,
got
man, he's
another one.
got cataracts. Slow your ass down.
I got another one for you too, but this one here, this is my 29-2 blued. She's a beauty.
Okay, nice. I love revolvers.
She's in perfect shape. And then here you go, buddy. This is the prime. This is the P.
Oh, fuck you! I hate you.
This is
Stop
a stainless steel 29, which they never ever made. This thing
Mira, muy chingón, stainless steel. You think you're special, puto?
Oh yeah, I'm special, puto.
This fucking guy. 2A all the way, eh?
That's right.
This thing right here is my pride and joy.
I gotta fucking get you guys to calm the fuck down. You guys are getting too serious and shit, man. Fucking Josh got all crazy on me and shit.
I know.
Well, so
Very
tonight's topic is the Yankee, or screw the Yankee Marshal. So I gotta bring on my Smith & Wesson 686. I hated revolvers before I started watching Yankee Marshal.
Let me have that. Let me have that.
But Yankee Marshal got me into revolvers, and he convinced me to get Smith & Wesson 686.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Josh, you keep mispronouncing his name. His name is the Wanky Marshal.
Well, you know, it's funny Josh brings that up because let me screen share here for just a second.
By the way, can I give a big shout out to Armand and Axis in the comments and Vanessa Kitty?
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for all your support and everybody. Thanks for coming and watching a podcast tonight, guys. And it's an honor to come on and be part of you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Vanessa Kitty, to say hi. Hi.
Here's our wonderful Josh Benoit sending $5 to the Wanky Marshal and let him know that he is poisoned because he bought a 686 and a 6.
Oh my God. I love you so much.
Did he acknowledge the $5 donation?
Probably not.
Yeah, he did.
He did? He said, hey, I'll buy more next time, dickhead.
Well, yeah, because it stroked his ego. It made him feel like, oh, yeah, I'm making him spend some money.
Well, let me ask you this. Did he also acknowledge did he also acknowledge this one too?
What?
Did he acknowledge this one as well? The $2 one for the imposter Israelites?
Oh, that was about the whenever they had that situation where the kids at the Catholic school were confronted by the black Hebrews, and the Native Americans got in the middle of it and all that crap went down. I was saying fake Israelites because the black Hebrews, that's bullshit. They're not.
This one. I see another $2 donation for that's true. I guess I was wrong to disagree.
Damn, fucker! How many $2 donations you got?
How many screenshots? How many screenshots and spying or watching the Yankee Marshal secretly and taking screenshots and saying that you don't watch the Yankee Marshal do you do?
None, absolutely
You
zero.
got you that one, fool. You got you that.
That was one of my best subscribers sent that to me because he said you're a closet Yankee lover.
I've never been a closet. I've said it from the very first episode that I was on this live chat that I got that. When you asked me why I got that revolver, what got me into revolvers, I told you straight up the Yankee Marshal. And
Oh
you
man, all this
said,
time I thought it was me.
and
It's so beautiful.
and Alan B. Pro said, well, if it takes a village idiot to get someone into revolvers, well, then I guess it was worth it. I remember those exact words. So, yeah, I remember.
Yep. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just letting you
said
know.
it from the beginning.
One of my best subscribers sent that to me. I'm not watching him. I don't watch that screenshot. I don't do all that crap.
007 homie.
Since we were talking about revolvers before, I figured I'd bring out a couple more. This is my old Smith & Wesson Model 64 right here.
Shit. Hold on. Go
You
down.
like that?
Go your roboto. Two way all the way. Órale.
Oh, orale, two way all the way, I say.
See, now that's the gun that my old man had was a 357 and revolver, and that's what I grew up with, and that's what I was taught about guns and what guns were for and how to use them and hunt. So I've loved revolvers all of my life. I mean, they're not the most efficient pistol, but they're very effective, and I love them.
And
I mean,
this
don't get me
one-
wrong; they are effective,
They're
but you
beautiful
can
guns, too.
shoot 19 rounds out of a Glock or something a lot quicker than you can shoot a revolver. But I love revolvers. To me, that was like the pinnacle point of me learning guns. You know, I'm teaching my grandson right now with a BB gun. You know, don't point it at people. You only pull the trigger when you're aiming at something. You know, you're going to kill something to have it for dinner. You don't go out and shoot a deer, cut the head off, and hang the head on the wall. You use the meat, you process, you know, that whole spiel. And when he gets up to about 7, 8 years old, I'm not going to put this big 357 in his hands, but I'll put a little 380 or a little 22 or something in his hands. You know, hey, you're going to go hang out with Grandpa. We're going to go hunting, and, you know, we're going to teach you what the Second Amendment is about, why we have it, why it's important, and why you need to know about it.
And then he's got to go America and shoot it.
America. And then
yes.
this is another old revolver I got from 1975. It's a classic.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Colt.
Wait a minute. Is that rust
Agent.
on the end of that barrel?
No, that's no rust, man.
That
There ain't
bitch
no
got
rust
character.
on here, man.
It's
This
character.
thing is pretty much in mint condition. It's only had one cylinder of bullets ever fired through it in its life.
Wow.
My screen's fuzzy up there. I apologize. I wasn't trying to be rude or
Got
disrespectful.
Yeah, fool. Get some new glasses.
Yeah, factory.
Yeah, really. Here, I'll just take them off. That'll help out a lot.
This shit is fuzzy, man. But get some new glasses. Fuck out of here.
Orale, I say, come on.
Órale, two way all the way.
Two is for Mexicans, man.
Two way all the way. Órale.
Orale.
All right. So we'll change subjects here for a minute. We got
my
Tim
God,
with
yes.
the Tyven show. So Tyven, you want to talk a little bit about the Creator Summit, what that is, and when that's happening?
Yes, and thank you everybody for letting me come on your platform and promote it. What started it all is, like I said, I was a gamer and I started listening to all this news about the loss of our gun rights. And I watched Chad and Eric from Iraq Veteran, and I've met Tim and a couple other guys, and not just them saying it, it's everybody saying it. Get involved, do something. So last year, I held the first annual Creator Summit at Thunder Valley, just north of Cambridge. And it turned out all right for just a quick announcement. We only gave everybody like a month or two notice or something like that. GOA came out, Fort Scott came out, and ATN Corp come out. And I was talking with Tom, the owner of Thunder Valley. I said, hey, you know, you did pretty good. And I said, well, thank you. Appreciate it. And thank you for letting me have your range. Tom knows what I'm doing, and he has graciously surrendered thousands and thousands of dollars to let me come back out and hold the second annual, because it's a lot of money to rent his range. So we're going to do the second annual Creator Summit. It's September 13th, 14th, and 15th. It's for all content creators. Now, here's a plus. if you're thinking about becoming a content creator and you want to get footage and you want to learn to use programs and make videos and all that stuff, and you're wanting to get into it, you're welcome to come as well. So go over to creatorsummit.us, click on the connect or contact, or scroll down to the bottom. That will allow you to send me an email. And big shout out to Richard Hughes for setting up the website. I'm getting some feedback. If you want to come out and shoot from 5 foot to 100 foot with your pistols, Tom is redoing the pistol range, and Armament and Axis, which is also in the comments. Him and his brother are going to run the pistol range part of it, and we're going to do some 3-gun competition stuff. And then I'm going to be over on the long distance stuff. You can go from 100 foot to 1,000 yards, and then you aim a little bit off to the 2 o'clock. We're going to get you out to a mile. This range is probably one of the visualist, clearest range that I've been into. I probably top 2 ranges I've ever been to in my life.
It is super nice.
I've been there.
Visualist. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So if you're a content creator and you want to come, send me an email. We'll get your information. We'll get back in contact with you and get all the other questions that you may have. Camping is going to be free. We've got toilets, or porta pots there. If you need to hook up with power, that will be additional charge because you're hooking up to Tom's personal power to his house. You can run a generator if you want. I'm actually going to be on vacation that whole week. I'm going to get out there like Wednesday, the 20th, I'm guessing 21st. I'll be there all week. So if you want to come out, create some content, collaborate, that is actually the fastest way to grow in social media. Working with fine gentlemen like you see across this panel right here. Talking with people, get connected, get to talking, promote it. Do whatever you need to do to get the word out and stand up for your rights. This is what this is all about for the Creator Summit. And you get to work with some companies. If you happen to be a smaller channel, most companies won't look at you if you have a certain amount of subscribers or a certain amount of views or concurrent views or concurrent watch time session. They're going to have some companies there. This will give you the opportunity. It's like SHOT Show, but it's more of a personal. Hey, I've got a question. What's up? Why you do this? You know, why do you make this versus this over here? Or why is it that you get to work one-on-one with some of the companies that are going to be there, and you get to work with all the other content creators that are there. Learn how to edit, learn how to shoot video, staging, talking to the camera. Don't be polite. Hey man, my name's Tim and I run the Time Show. No. You don't want monotone. I talk with my hands a lot. Sorry.
Oh, I guess I'm fucked then. All the way it's not going to work there.
Yeah, you're good. You're exciting, man. Just bring some beef burritos. You know, bring up a donk. You're all right. But you know, this is something that I wanted to do my part in the 2A community. Long range is really not something that's done a lot with social media content creators. There are several events that go on around the United States, but you really don't get to see a lot of content about it. And to me, that was my little niche to jump in and invite awesome people like yourselves, everybody here on the panel, and maybe get to meet some new people. You know, I'm a truck driver by trade. I travel all over the United States. I meet people from every background, back streets, country road, whatever. And to me, to meet another Americans that believe in the same things that I do, it's an honor to meet you. And I feel that deeply. It's truly an honor to meet you and talk with you guys. So this event is all about that. If you're interested, Creator Summit 2019, second annual event, September 13th, 14th, and 15th. Go to creatorsummit.us. Now, May 19th, we're just doing open range. I will be there May 19th. It's already scheduled. It's just for creators and public. Come out. If that's something you just got one day, you want to come and be a part of something, you're more than welcome to come on the 19th. I will be there as well. So, and then thank you, gentlemen, for letting me come on and promote this. You guys are all invited. Just go over there, fill out the web page. Richard Hughes has helped me out with the web page. We both have access to that. So I get all your information and I will get back to you personally and let you know, hey, you guys are more than welcome to come. So thank you.
Absolutely, man. Good
Hey,
to have
Tyvin,
you.
can you make a comment in the side chat again? People can find you.
On the YouTube side or here in the party chat?
Yeah,
On the YouTube side.
Yeah, on the YouTube side, on the side chat on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it on both. That way you guys y'all got it.
Yeah, I had an excellent time when I got to come out there with you last year when it was just you, Tyvin, and Chris and Derek from Armament and Axes. Man, we had a great time that day. Did a lot of filming, did a lot of shooting. Man, I think we were there, like 7 hours straight just shooting. I'll tell you, that range is incredible. It's so clean. And like you said, the view is so crisp. I mean, you can just
The visualness. You gotta put it there.
Yes. Now, I was working with Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms. We had the 50 cal out there last year, and we were shooting it out to 600 yards, 1,000 yards, and we took it out to a mile. I was unsuccessful at a mile, but I was tagging at 1,000 yards. The scope I got on it's just not 1,000 yard or over 1,000 yard scope. I will have it at the event this year as well. So if you'd like to shoot the AR 15 50 cal conversion from Safety Harbor Firearms, bring your own ammo and you can shoot it as much as you want.
Yep, and I was the only one to hit with that scope that was thrown in.
Yes.
Hey, come down, American Sniper. I'm the only one that hit it, eh?
Hey, it took me 14 bullets to do it.
Yeah, he got it on the last shot, and he said, if I do it, I'll do a cartwheel. We got it on video of him doing a cartwheel.
All right, Trayvon. So is it Creator Summit with
.us?
All right.
I'm putting another link in here now.
Well, I'm trying to throw it out there. It, with the wrench, it should let me put it out there, but it's not creating it as a link because, hey, Dirt Road showed up. So it's not going to work right simply because Dirt Road showed up.
Oh, no.
So we also have a YouTube channel called Creator Summit as well. It's got a picture of me on there. You guys will see it. You can go over there and subscribe. We got like 380 subscribers in 3 videos. Everybody that's out there, we're going to try to get you guys' permission and put your guys' content up on the Creator Summit, like a snippet of your video, and then we'll have links to everything to come over to your guys' channels and stuff. So we had a really good time. A lot of people don't get the opportunity to shoot over 300 yards. There's a couple range out there that'll stretch out to about 600. You go out to 1,000, you can sit in one booth. If you've got 5,000 rounds and that's all you want to do is shoot 1,000 yards, by all means, you can sit right there as your heart is content and shoot all day long. Oh, I will say this real quick. I was talking with Tom, the owner. Tom is a world record holder. The guy that actually owns Thunder Valley Precision, and his classes are like top notch, top dollar to take his classes. If we have a lot of interest in it, he's going to take a group of 20, and for a total of $250, he's going to teach everybody for 2 hours, and I will be in one of those classes. That will be on the 14th from 10 to noon. We need to stretch it over. We will a little bit. And then after 4 o'clock, we're going to shut the range down for an hour. That way everybody can shoot video. There's no gunfire in the background, whatever. Break for dinner. And then we've got silencers, shooting for silencers all the way up. We've got ATN there. It's going to be there for day, night, and thermal scopes. I'm hoping Josh from ATN Corp is going to be back out there again and bring some of his equipment. But we had a blast last year. It was fun. My only suggestion and the only problem that I had at Thunder Valley, bring mosquito repellent and watch out for the ticks. Soon as the sun peaked the horizon, it literally felt, you could feel, boom, 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 boom. The mosquitoes were just bombarding you. So make sure you bring some mosquito repellent. It was bad.
So where is this event?
It's just north of Cambridge, Ohio, Kim Bolton, Ohio. If you go on Facebook, you can look up Thunder Valley Precision. If you go to the Creator Summit YouTube page or the creatorsummit.us, we have links to everything there as well. Tom also has a Facebook page called Thunder Valley Precision. You can go on there and look at it. I don't think he's got the schedule updated yet. If you're a company and you're watching this and you would like to participate, February 27th, we will have the prices out for booths for you guys to get that information. That's all on Tom's end. I'm not making any money off of this deal whatsoever. This is something I'm donating my own time and my own money and my own effort. I'm taking a vacation. I'm losing a whole week's worth of pay to come out and do that. Don't boo-hoo for me. I'm not asking for that at all. I want to get involved. I want to participate. I want people to meet and create and grow their channels and their social media, and most important, stand up for their rights. That's the whole point of me doing this, is making it known. Even if somebody in DC sees one of our videos, they know that America is standing up and we're out and we're enjoying our Second Amendment. To me, that's what it's about. So thank you. And I appreciate it. You give me a couple minutes here to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So, hey, you guys got any questions about the event or anything? Oh, no fully automatic weapons, no steel rounds, and no tracers, because it is all fields out there.
Yeah, and it gets dry about that time of year.
So
Yes.
one thing I'll say, Tim, is you made a major faux pas on this chat a little while ago. We don't say the G word here, just so you know. The G word is a bad word here.
Is what?
The G word is a bad word.
You'll lose your ranch faster than you know.
I don't know what the G word is. I still didn't hear him.
It ends with LOCK.
Oh yeah, I don't own one.
Tyven is not a polymer gun guy. He
Not at all.
buy a polymer gun.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
luck.
Duly noted. I don't own one.
good. I don't either. I've never even shot one. I've led a sheltered life.
I will say I shot it and I didn't like it. It's like driving a Ford. You drive it once, you don't like it, you take the radiator cap off, you pull it back, you bring up a Chevy, you put the radiator cap back on, you're good to go.
Hold on, Jamie. I call BS because you shot Kyle's and it failed on you.
No, sir. It broke before I got to shoot it.
Oh no, that's right. It's me and Chico shot it, and both it failed on me and on Chico.
Right.
That's
so
right. And it broke on Chico before you got to shoot it. That's right.
Yeah.
With reloads.
Myth reloads. I just hope to see you guys there. Like I said, it's going to be an honor to meet you guys if y'all can come. It's just north of Cambridge.
Tim, you're being called out for owning a polymer weapon, the SCCY. I'm not sure
Let me
why anybody would
find this real quick. I did not buy this. I went to the Iraq Vet 8888 event and I won this. It's the difference between buying one and winning one. Agree, disagree?
I agree to a certain extent, but I'd still get rid of it.
I've shot it once, and to be honest with you, it doesn't feel comfortable in my hands. I'm not dogging the weapon. It's just, it's not comfortable.
Personally, I traded for a J frame.
Yeah, my first experience with those guns was when I was at the range, and I kid you not, probably within the first couple weeks of me being there, someone was out in the range and they ran in one and were shooting it, and the entire slide went flying down range.
No shit.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I've been quiet for the most part, but I want to run something by you guys. Somebody on YouTube the other day said that 7.62 by 54R was the same thing as a Winchester 30-30 Winchester. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I see Tyven viciously shaking his head no.
I can equivocally say no.
Well, how does this work? This is a 30-30 Winchester with a 170 grain Lee cast flat point bullet on the end of it.
Of your making, or is that something you bought?
I loaded that.
Okay.
But
Just
this
asking for
is
knowledge.
that is a 7.62 by 54R. The bottom is completely a whole lot bigger.
Yeah, way different.
Way different. As this is about 196 grain steel core projectile.
Do you have any idea what numbnut said that, or?
Yes, I do.
Oh, are you going to call him out?
No, I called him out on the video that he made. I told him that was I didn't realize that I would have to get my calipers out and do some checking. But I didn't have to get my calipers out and do any checking. You guys,
Was it someone that's a reloader, or was it someone new, or?
it's someone new, and it's someone who is a graduate of a gunsmithing school.
Damn.
Yeah, and he has like maybe 25 subscribers.
He must have failed that.
And yeah.
Since they started talking about creativity, I got on my cholo tire, 2A all the way, orale.
Ole, 2A all the way, yes, see. The cholos for life, bro.
Cholo for life, orale.
You guys all bought 2As. I just bought 4 22-inch tires yesterday, man, so I'm good to go.
Gorilla, you're too good at that, man.
Hey,
give me that round
I
real
work
quick.
Around a lot of Dominicans and Mexicans and stuff, so I know the lingo a little bit.
Hey, vato.
Jamie, you said he said 762 by 54.
Oh shit, Black Jesus.
Hey, orale, horse.
Orale, horse.
Hey, Cardinal.
Who's the gentleman with the mic and white shirt with a flag on it? I haven't met you yet, sir. Who are you?
Me.
With that, are you speaking of me?
No, the other
Santa
gentleman with the beard. Well, I
He's
guess
talking to
Josh.
himself.
Who?
he's got a big mic right here in front of him.
Well, that would be Chico Wise.
Yeah.
Hey.
Chico Wise.
Oh, I didn't know I had a mic. Hey, brother, I'm Chico Wise from the Dirty
Chico.
South.
Nice to meet you, sir.
You
Nah,
too,
I
brother.
think-
We call
Subscribe to you.
Black Jesus.
He's seeing your reloading press back there, and it kind of looks like it might be a mic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
I thought he was talking about Alan.
That's Betsy Blue.
Yeah, she's
That's not a reloading press. That's a Dillon 650. That's a different animal.
That's Betsy Blue, man. Betsy Blue.
yeah.
Is everybody on the panel here reload?
No, everybody but you.
Everybody
I
but
did
you.
do it.
I
did
don't know.
reload, and I messed up about 1,000 of my 5.56 rounds, and I haven't reloaded since. I don't have the time. That's a piss poor excuse, but I work 180 hours a week driving truck, and
On
I'm
the
out
road
here.
again.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's
then
the
I
problem.
do my
Tim.
stuff on the side.
gotta
I don't
do-
have time.
Tim, what you got to do is take out that air ride seat that's on the right hand side of you. Put yourself a press right over there.
As
And
you
just
drive.
cranking that motherfucker every time you shift a gear, pull the handle. Shift a gear, pull the handle.
See, now this is not going to be an excuse because I drive an automatic.
There's more reason why you should have it right there, man. Crank that handle, brother.
That looks wrong when you're passing another truck driver. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I forgot Josh doesn't reload. How could I forget so soon?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. We just made a video on that.
I know, man.
Myself. I do not reload. I understand the not having the time to reload.
Okay,
I need to because they just
I'm going to
passed.
say this: when it comes to saying you don't have the time, and I made the comment in the chat on Friday too, is you got to make the time. It's like anything else; you have to make the time. So for me, what I usually do is I do it in steps. So I'll,
Yes,
for example,
mother.
I'll take a bunch of brass, deep prime it, and then I'll clean it, and that'll be one step. And then I'll go back, and when I'm ready to, and I got an hour or whatever, and sit there and reload, then I'll reload it, put bullets and powder and all that good stuff, and finish it off. You got to make the time. It's anything in life requires you to make fucking time. Period.
I hear you, but I literally don't have time. I'm gone Monday through Friday. I'm home on Saturdays. I got to spend time with the wife. I've got my chores. I've got stuff I've got to maintain. Plus, I do a little content on the side. I mean, I literally don't have time.
With
It's
what
rough.
I told Josh Friday night is that, it's our hobby. It's something that we really enjoy doing. And if we weren't reloading, we'd be spending that time in front of an idiot box. We'd be spending time doing other things and money doing other things. So, it's just about what's important to you. It's about priorities, really.
Well, we didn't put out the one true blanket statement. You don't save money reloading. You just shoot a whole lot more.
That's right.
Correct.
First time I reloaded my first 500 rounds, I think I blew through those in about a half an hour.
Gone. Man.
I'm pretty positive that I will begin to reload just as soon as I get married.
Hey, seriously, and another thing, you got no excuse. You live in Iowa. There ain't shit to do over there.
He's right. It's corn, gas station, corn, gas station, corn.
Hey, if you like looking at corn,
exactly what a few people do. So I've seen Pops do it. I've seen Kenny do it. I've seen Chico do it, and they'll be doing it while they're on their chat right here, just cranking that handle.
Yep.
There's always time.
No, I need to get educated. I need to talk to Dirty South how he does it, man. Because the thing about Dirty South is that boy's cheap as fuck. He knows how to find all the good deals. So I need to get with Chico Wise and learn his crafty ways, man.
I do follow a couple guys on YouTube that reload. Johnny's Reloading Bench, and then Elvis Ammo. That's it.
Yeah.
I watch a couple of those guys, and they got some good knowledge on there, but he does a lot more testing since YouTube did their, rejudgment of the rules or whatever. But he's got some good content on there on some different stuff. And then Iraq Veteran, those guys, they reload too.
Yeah, am I not muted? It's definitely a lot of support out there. When I first got into reloading, before I did, even Pops Quest, he's in the side chat. He was telling me, like, man, when you get into reloading, you're gonna love it, And I'm just like, hell, what the hell he talking about, man? I may not like it.
What the hell?
What the hell he talking? But then,
what the hell?
I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It's a lot of support for new guys who's into reloading. You know what I'm saying? Jamie, Pops Quest, JRB, Elvis Ammo. We got the Reloaders Network. So a lot of them guys will definitely point you in the right direction or guide you along the way. But you got to do your own research and G&G reloads also. So you know what I mean? It's a lot of us out there.
So let me ask you this: since most you guys reload on a regular basis, is it really that easy to mess up a round and blow your gun up? Have you ever had a gun blow up?
No.
I've had a couple squib rounds, but I mean, when it's a squib round because it doesn't really go bang, and you're just like, hey, what happened?
I'll bring up a prime example, and I mentioned this in the comment earlier to the video I did earlier that I posted earlier. If you guys know, and I know Jamie does, and a couple other people out there do too, but if you look at the history of reloading and you look at some of the people that were inherent to us getting particular calibers. There was a gentleman that pushed the limits beyond pushing the limits.
Elmer Key.
He took 44 specials and 357 and 38s and pushed them up to 44 Magnum capabilities, and the same thing with the 38s, the 357s. Yes, Elmer Keith. He pushed the limits beyond limits. He blew up guns. He literally blew up guns doing it. But in the process of doing so, what he did was convince Smith and Wesson and Remington and a couple other companies to come together and create those cartridges.
Uniformity across all companies.
Exactly.
More than that, he convinced them to build guns that would substantiate the pressure they were producing.
Yep.
Man,
Ruger, Smith and Wesson, they all came together.
So he's
I
an
feel like I
unsung
watched an
hero in
American
the gun
Rifle.
industry who actually got the gun creators to make their guns stronger and safer, just in case if a guy does fuck up around, it's not going to kill him.
Yep. Yeah. If you
And
look
stand
at
the test of time.
If you look at Ruger, for example, Ruger is beefy as all get up. When you look at their 44s, their 57s, they are beefy as all get up, and that's why.
Can I ask you guys, have anybody else besides me read Elmer Keith's autobiography, Hell, I Was There?
Yep.
No, sir.
You got to read it. Required reading.
Yep.
I got to get that.
Yeah, if you're a revolver guy, you got to have Elmer Keith's book.
Can you put that name in the side chat, and I'm going to copy that down if you'd be so kind. Full name and name of book. I can put it in YouTube. That way the guys who are on YouTube can want to see it too.
He's so demanding. Fuck.
Hey, listen here, sir. This is how it's going to be, and if you don't like it, 2A, Bato.
Mario, will you read it for him? Will you read it to him, Mario?
There you go.
Once upon a time, I decided to make a bigger round. They will go
I'll say
completely
this when it comes to that question.
so that battles can go and become together in unity. And this is how we created drive-bys. The end.
All right.
Hey, on a serious note, though, here's something that you guys really should consider doing with your channels. Nobody offers Spanish captions on their videos to catch our friends to the south and overseas. If you can get somebody, if you can go in and you can get somebody to closed caption your videos in Spanish, it will help your content and spread your content across that speech gap that's normally there. You know, there's a lot of people who speak Spanish that don't know English, and vice versa. But there's a lot of bilingual the further south you go.
There's a lot of motherfuckers that speak English that don't understand English. What's the fucking point?
That's true too. But this was just brought to my attention the other day in the gaming community. How some guys over in Europe have just blew up overnight, but nobody in the U.S. has heard it because they don't speak German or they don't speak Italian or whatever. Well, what they're doing is they're converting their language over into closed captions to English, and the kids are using it in school for school reports. Hey, you know, this guy said this, I can read this, and they're doing as essays in the class and promotions. Essays.
He's talking right now.
Essays.
Hey, what a valid and solid point, because the fact of the matter is I just recently started having all of my American videos transcribed into English, and I'm gaining subscribers that way as well.
Google recognizes that too. Here's another thing. When you're putting your videos up, if you screen capture, that image is blank. But if you go in and say the TyvanShow.png and you search for my name and my picture, and you'll see my thumbnails. If you go over and you screen capture that thumbnail and then you adjust it and do whatever, and you use that as your thumbnail, the original name that's on my thumbnails, the Tyvan Show, Google reads all of that, and they listen to what you say. They use voice recognitions in your videos. That's how a lot of your videos get copy striked. I have not yet had any of my videos copy strike. Why? I do them as paid promotions, and I use most of my gun videos are 18 and plus. You will never get a copyright strike if you do those two things.
All right. So real quick, number one, we got Pops Quest out there. He hasn't got strikes because he broadcasts in redneck. So you redneck it, you're good to go.
Well, I want to send all my videos to Mario.
Hola, my name is yo soy Mario. Y voy a hacer un video sobre Beretta M9.
I want to send all my videos to you, Mario, so you can dub over in Spanish. That way I can start a Spanish Gorillas and Guns channel.
Either that or make it cholo.
All right, we actually have a question out there on the side chat.
What
and
is your question?
I'm gonna go to Jamie first because it's a reloading question. So Josh.
So what happened?
Well, I indubitably believe that the Scotsman dropped out mid-question.
Yeah, and it was for me too.
It was. But there is another question out there, and I'm going to go through the panel, and I just want a one-word answer, no comments. Everybody gets a one-word answer, no comment. The question is what do y'all think of the Yankee Marshal? Chico, go.
Yeah.
One word answer. What do you think of the Yankee Marshal?
No.
Daniel, one word answer. What do you think of the Yankee Marshal? Daniel, I guess, is frozen as well.
He's shaking his head.
He doesn't have no words.
It looks like the whole live chat froze up on air.
For the Yankee Marshal, go.
Bananas.
JH586. One word answer. One word answer. What do you think of the Yankee Marshal?
Self-seeking.
Hey, that was 2 words.
Josh Benware, one answer. What do you think of the Yankee Marshal?
Is he showing a picture of a toilet?
Huh?
Battle Bean, one word answer. What do you think of the Yankee Marshal?
Puto. That's all I can say. Have you seen him with his tutu? My puto.
Trayvon, one word answer. What do you think of the Yankee Marshal?
Say Trayvon?
Yeah. Yeah, Tim.
Oh, no go.
And Scotsman, one word answer. What do you think of the Yankee Marshal?
Isn't that considered 2?
Another one with no words.
Well, there's 2 fingers for you, but if you want a word, wanker.
Mine would be Neo Maxi Zundweeby douchebag.
Hey, by the way, Pops Quest says that one word answer is bullshit. I'm just saying. That's what he's saying. Oh, no, he said totally retarded. Sorry. That's what he said.
2 words. It's all good. Hey, gentlemen, I don't mean to be rude. It's 11 o'clock. I've got to get ready to go to work tomorrow morning. So, Chris Scottman and everybody on the panel, thank you so kindly for letting me come and be a part of this. If you guys need anything, just let me know. You got my contact information now. Just give me a call, shout, not a problem. So, thanks, everybody, and I deeply appreciate y'all's time.
Hey, have a good night, Simon.
Absolutely, man.
Sure.
Take care.
You too, guys.
Absolutely great to have you on. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you. Check out creatorsummit.us if you guys are interested. Everybody on the panel here is welcome to come. Like I said, just check it out. I thank you guys, and y'all have a lovely evening and be safe.
Same to you, bro.
Later, guys. See you.
Lovely too. Good night.
With that, we're going to turn the show over to the Battle Bean. How are you this evening, sir?
I'm peachy with no fuzz. I'm loving it, man. Well, not loving this so much because the Patriots won the Super Bowl again, you know. But anyways, I'm doing well, guys.
I don't know what this Super Bowl thing is that you talk about. I don't think.
Is that better?
I think I would rather watch golf.
Okay, well that's good. I like golf too, man. The Masters is coming up. I'm down with that. You know.
Yeah.
Real quick, we did have a question out there, and I don't know if I got to it or not, or if I cut out because my internet jacked up on me.
No, you did cut out, sir.
All right, so yeah, my internet jacked up for a second there, and I had to jump back in. But I was gonna say, Jamie, I'm gonna ask you first, but we had a question out there from Gunpowder Beauty as to what would you recommend to someone looking to get into reloading. Obviously, we're not gonna ask Josh because Josh doesn't want to reload. He's totally anti-reload.
Dude, okay. Hold on just a second. I was asked to play the devil's advocate on that live chat.
Dude.
I didn't say I was anti-reloading. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna probably reload for my 357 Magnum. I'm gonna get a
Dude,
single
I'm
stage
just giving
press.
you shit, man.
But anyways,
Josh, keep talking shit. I'm gonna tell your wife in Spanish. They're gonna beat your ass.
my wife can't stand your freaking voice, and she is just shaking her head every time you talk, man.
I
She just-
know.
All right. Anyway, so Jamie, if you would, sir, for Gunpowder Beauty, what would be the first thing you'd recommend for a new reloader?
As far as what cartridge to start with,
Cartridge, press, the whole 9 yards.
38 special, straight wall rimmed case. I've got 50 right here ready to go. Got the. I'm doing these are 357. I got some H110, a new powder I'm trying.
Well, let me ask you this question then. What about if you don't own a 38 special?
Good question.
Well, go buy one. Shit, man.
Well, here. Let's go with this. So she also asked, what about
Answer my question, damn it.
So
what about you don't got 38 special?
Well, this is what I'm getting to. If you don't have that particular caliber, what kind of press would you start with?
I would start. This is the one I chose, and it's the Lee Classic Cast 4-hole turret press because you can use it as a single stage and as with the rod in there, the self-indexing. You can use it as a semi-progressive. You can it's very versatile. It's a good one to start with because you can use it as a single stage until you learn what you're doing, and then you can make up to like 100, 150 rounds an hour, maybe 200 if once you really get going and you get it set up the way you want it. You can really turn out quite a few rounds. A good strong single stage, even if you move up to the Dillon 650 or 550 or whatever, you will always have a use for a single stage press.
Explain to me what do you mean by single stage?
Can you see my turret press here?
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. That's my turret press, and the single stage is right back here, a little C press.
Uh-huh.
Can you see that?
Yes.
So that's a single stage. This is a 4-hole turret press, and I'm really getting a Jones for a Redding T7. That's probably going to be the next one I buy.
What you got, Chico?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut Jamie off. This is a single stage press, but like Jamie said, regardless of whichever way you go, you're gonna need a single stage press, even if you go progressive first, like I did. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what's a 9mm? Is that what is that?
Any press should be able to do any caliber, unless you're doing like 50 BMG, and Scotsman and Daniel and G and Jamie will be able to confirm that definitely. What I say to anybody: load what you shoot what you carry what you load. You know what I mean? So I know he said 38, but if she don't have a 38, which I think she does, she's got a few big calibers. Gunpowder Beauty got an awesome channel too. But you can go single stage is the most accurate or safe way to go. The only thing I can say to give you for a new reloader: research. Get you 3, 4, 5 manuals. Do a lot of don't take everything you see on the internet as gold. Get your own manual. Do your own research. If you come to my channel, you see me reloading something, don't use my data because I may load it totally different. I perceive it. You may perceive it different than I perceive it. So
and may react differently in your firearm versus my firearm. I did the exact same thing. I have at least 4 books I go to, and I take the data from each book. I compare them all, and I get a happy medium, and that's where I start.
Yeah,
and then I go from there.
Multiple books.
Usually I'll go up 2 grain, 0.2 of a grain, or down 0.2 of a grain, either way until I find exactly where I want it to be, where it functions where I want it, and it's smooth shooting. That's what I'm looking for.
Multiple books, and when you start reloading Gunpowder Beauty, make sure there are no distractions around you.
Yeah, and don't do a Coda Boy. You know, I love Coda to death. I do. I talk to him all the time. He's an awesome brother. You know, I love talking to the guy on the phone. He's a heck of a dude. But don't drink whiskey and reload. It's not
that's a hardcore paratrooper, man. He could take it, you know. But yeah, you're right.
It's not advised when you get to that point where you can't stand up and you're still reloading, and you're literally you're not on a live chat, but you're on a chat with everyone else, and we can still see you, and you're still cranking that handle, and you're still doing this, and next minute you go to the range, and you start shooting the match, and your gun goes boom.
One thing that we haven't pointed out in most of our reloading talk, and one thing I failed to point out Friday night when Josh was on our chat, eventually, as you are progressing, you're doing load testing and testing what you're loading. Eventually, you're going to be producing better ammunition for your particular firearm than you can buy in a store.
Yeah. And we have another question out there too about shooting someone else's reloads. And you guys know I put that video out there. And me and Daniel, we get together pretty regular for the most part. But I have shot Jamie's reloads. I've shot Kyle's reloads. I've shot Coda's reloads. Pop's reloads. Rick's reloads. And yeah, I don't know why I trusted Rick as your 6 covered, but I still shot his reloads, and somehow I managed to make it out
hurt
alive.
his feelings, man. Don't say that.
I made it out alive. I can't count how many people. Seriously, if you know the person and you know they have enough time in what they're doing and they take the time and understand the processes, I got no problem shooting someone else's reloads. If it's someone brand spanking new, or it's from a gun shop that, you know, is selling reload stuff, I'm probably not buying it. I'm probably not shooting it.
The only
so you're saying if I cranked out 100 loads, you wouldn't shoot it?
Yep, I would not touch it.
Damn, no love for Iowa.
It'd probably only take me like 10 or 15 minutes to crank out like 100 loads.
Wow.
I would say once you've put 1,000+ down range, I might be willing to try and shoot one of your reloads. But until you got to that point, yeah, I ain't touching them.
that whole first year you start reloading, you're going to make mistakes, period. And just make sure it happens with your own gun and not somebody else's.
Right here. And this is just a small amount. These are ones that still have bullets in them. But these, you have a collection. This is my little collection of fuck-ups. When I first set up the original tarp press, when I first bought the press the first time, setting it up, these are my fuck-ups. So I got 5 in here that I fucked up trying to set the dies the way I wanted them to set.
And are those like tongue ring bearings or something else in there? Some other kind of fuck ups you got in there? Do you have like an ex's name tattooed somewhere?
Not everybody is stick-minded like you, Iowa. What the hell?
No, we're not like you, man. We're pretty good back here. But yeah, no, this is it. I got 5 bullets in here that are fucked up. That's it so far.
Can you see this one? Can you see that bend in that case?
Yep.
Okay, that's what happens with you when you seat the bullet and crimp it on the same step in your process. RCBS dies tell you to set them up to do that. My thing is you never seat and crimp on the same stroke of the press. You just don't do it. And that's the reason I went out and bought a Lee 357 Magnum 38 Special factory crimp die to add to this die set right here. So
yeah, and just take your time. Like especially with the crimp and stuff like that, back that sucker out. You know, when you're pushing that bullet in, you're crimping it, back that sucker all the way out, and then just slowly, you know, turn at a time until you get it where you want it.
Yeah.
Because that's where I fucked up. That's why these are all screwed up. Because I pushed the bullet in too far on some of them, and I crimped them way too much on some of them too, because I didn't back out any of that stuff when I first started. I didn't realize I had to do all that. And
Is that just the ones you couldn't get into that coffee can with the other ones that you overcrimped the first time?
no, these are the ones that I couldn't pull the bullets on. There's no way they're coming out.
I spent an hour pulling bullets when I first
Those
started.
are really cramped.
Yeah, these suckers are locked in there. They're not coming out. I tell you, I probably screwed up about a dozen, but I managed to get the other ones apart. These 5 are not coming apart.
Okay, this one right here, the one I showed you a while ago, 30. I load a lot of lever gun stuff. I've got my 35 Remington series. I'm fixing to start some 30 stuff with Cranky Cletus. With a lever gun, you got that tubular magazine, and it's being fed back by a big spring. So the more rounds you have in that tube, the greater the spring pressure is, plus the recoil of the firearm. You really got to have your crimp set just right on these. You got to get it as firm as you can get it without giving it too much. Mario, you okay, brother? Wake up.
Oh, I'm here, man. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I can tell.
He's taking notes, man.
Yeah, I'm taking notes. I'm gonna say don't fuck it up, and if you do, just send it to JH. Down with that all day long. He can analyze your fuck ups and tell you where you messed up. The end. Okay, yeah.
Well, then I got quite a few bullets to send to him.
Bullets? You got bullets?
Lots of bullets.
Yeah, and Trad makes a comment out there. The brass isn't that hard for these not to come out. It's not that it's that hard. It's just I ain't willing to take the time to really freaking try and get these stuff to get out. I really don't give a shit.
You ain't? Okay.
They're done. It is what it is, and I moved on.
Okay.
These suckers have been in here for like a year, 2 years. I moved on.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. I know that there's different brands of presses. So which one is the most known and the more user friendly out of the ones that you hear out there?
Well, I bought a Lee Progressive 1000 turret press, and that was my first press ever, and I found it pretty easy to use and begin with. So
you still have it?
Yes, I still have it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say start with the Lee turret press, not necessarily the 1000. I've heard mixed reviews on the 1000, which is the progressive press, but just the regular turret press itself, which you can, again, like Jamie said, use as a
so that RCBS kit that they sell, you're telling me that that's no bueno?
No, not at all. Buy the kit if you want to buy a kit. Buy a kit. I bought the Lee turret press as a kit. That was the first one I bought. I bought the kit. I caught it on sale. I actually got it for, I think I paid, was it $180 for the whole kit? So I got a pretty good deal on it. But that thing's done me well. I've got few thousand rounds through that thing without any issues whatsoever.
So with one press, as long as I have different dies or whatever, I can pretty much use it for every different type of round, right?
Yep. Yeah, you just change up the dies, change out your your holder and everything else, and you're all set to go.
Yeah. I think when it comes to rifle rounds, you should go single stage all the way because it's more fine tuned in precision when it comes to that.
So do most of you guys have more than one press?
I have 2.
Well, look at you. He's like, yeah.
Here you go. Here you go, man. Here you go, Mario. So there's the Lee turret press is right here.
Uh-huh.
This is the Lyman All-American 8, which you can use as a single stage as well. This is another turret press, but it's a manual turret press.
So you use the one on your left, or the one that's shown on the left. You use them for pistol?
This guy right here, the Lee, that's set up for 9mm.
Okay.
This guy right here is going to be for rifle. So 6.5
Mhm.
Creedmoor, 308, 223. That's what that's going to be for. And then
Okay.
over here, I also have the blue press over there, which is in 357 Magnum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's for all your revolvers that you have.
Yep.
So that makes it more convenient. Like if you have like 3 calibers that you use on a constant basis, which you do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And like
Chico's got a big ass grin. I don't know
lineman
what the
that
hell
I
he's gonna show
showed,
me. What are you gonna
like
show me, player? Dirty South?
like the lineman that I showed,
Mhm.
I can that's set up for 2 different calibers at the same time.
Let me show you this, Mario. You see this press right here?
Yeah.
38 special, 357 Magnum.
Right.
Watch this. 35 Remington.
Oh man, that's pimp. That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's why I like that press so much. It's so versatile. You can do so
I
much
see.
with it.
Now, are all the presses like that one, JH, or it's just yours, or just that particular brand?
This particular model and brand.
So, so anybody here do 10 millimeter?
Fuck that. That's expensive.
I have 10 millimeter brass. I still got to buy the dies for 10 millimeter, but yes, I will be doing 10 millimeter.
So how much is there? Is there much difference in the way of 10 millimeter and 45?
I don't think so. I mean, the same operation as
What?
far as seating, crimping, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only difference really is gonna be the actual width when it comes to the cartridge itself. The 45
Case capacity.
the 45 is wider. 10 millimeter, it might be a hair longer. But
I use
width-wise going to be your big difference. The 45 is wider.
Well, I got a question for you guys, because you guys have seen the 5.7 and the 357 SIG, like and stuff like that. Now, do you have to be a little more delicate with that type of casing because of the way it's shaped compared to other ones? Because if you guys looked at it, it's kind of like a real flip.
Yeah, it's got a neck on it.
a bottleneck pistol round is a kind of an anomaly. It's not
But can it be reloaded?
I'll say this to Alan. Alan, I do a lot of 40 Smith & Wesson. I can use the same dies for 40 Smith & Wesson and 10 millimeter.
That was going to be my next.
Well,
that was going to be my next
I'll
question.
give you.
Can you actually use the same dies?
So let me give you a little history. So back in the day, the FBI wanted a cartridge that would penetrate and do multiple different things and have knockdown power, and they created the 10 millimeter. Well, not all of the FBI agents were able to handle the recoil of the 10 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
So they developed the 40 Smith & Wesson, which is basically a cut down 10 millimeter. Hence why you can use the same dies.
Yep.
It's basically a short 10 millimeter.
And that is today's lesson on FBI ballistics from Crazy Scotsman.
It's the same difference between 38 Special and 357 Magnum, 44 Special, 44 Magnum, 40 Smith & Wesson, and 10 millimeter.
Right.
About a quarter-inch longer of a case, and that's about it.
And I could be wrong.
And the funny thing is and some people get pissed when I say this, but I call 40 the bitch run, because the bitch run on the FBI, because the FBI couldn't handle it, so they went, they had to go down to the 40.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't like the 40 because it has a tendency of wearing out your pistol more.
Yep.
That's why
I will say though, and this is one thing I will recommend for anyone looking to get into reloading and starting with that, is buy you a universal shell holder kit. That way you have everything you're ever going to need for whatever caliber you're going to end up using. Because not all die
sets, every type of
not all die sets will come with the shell holder you need.
Oh, okay. And so what's inside the shell holder?
So the shell holder basically is just going to be what holds the brass.
Oh, got it. I'm sorry. Okay.
It goes in your RAM right here.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of like TTD with all this shit because I don't know nothing.
And I think somebody asked about, I think that was you, Mario, that was asking about 357 SIG. I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
You're kind of.
Yeah, you're real fuzzy, Chico.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to make that real.
Where you're at.
Up. I believe 357 SIG use 40 brass, or you can use 40 brass. This is a 40 caliber on the nickel, and it's a 357 SIG on you. So it is some. I mean, process pretty much the same. With I think you got to neck this one down to make it 357 SIG. I could be wrong. I know Tread knows about that. He's
but it's reloadable. It's reloadable, correct?
Oh yeah, pretty much everything's gonna be reloadable except for 22.
Yeah.
Who wants to deal with it?
Yeah.
And steel case. Steel case ammo. We don't
aluminum case. Stay away from all that. You just want to stick with brass.
Oh look, I stand corrected. Tread said not really true. I'm sorry. So I guess not. But he would know. He does 10 millimeter and 357. So
yeah, I gotta check out the reload work, man, and just listen to you guys more. I'm like,
yep, Tread's on there. He knows a lot about it.
I'm lost in the sauce with all this stuff.
So Mario, you need to start listening to us on Friday night, brother. You'll learn a lot of stuff about reloading on Friday nights.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely hit you up, JH, and then you can kind of give me the whole lowdown on that stuff. I know that you mentioned it in the past. Usually on Friday nights, I'm always talking smack with Ebomi, but yeah, I'll definitely look it up. Hit out you guys and see what's up. I really like that press. How you can just put that in there and you change the die. That's pretty pimp. I like that.
Pretty handy.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything else to it. Because on the other ones, you would have to get like a wrench and you have to tighten it up in there, right?
You don't want to really use a wrench. You want to do hand tight.
Oh, hand tight. Okay.
Yeah, if you wrench them down, you're gonna have issues. You don't want to wrench them down like that. You want hand tight only. I wouldn't recommend using a wrench. You'll have problems.
Unless you've got a Dillon 650 like Chico, and to change calibers, you got to get a whole toolbox out.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about
pretty much. They sell you the toolkit you need.
That's why he's got that ATM in his freaking garage and shit.
Can y'all see me right now?
Yeah, we see you, brother.
Look, I'll change calibers real quick. It don't take long at all. Same thing. I got a removable tool head. So basically,
you remove it.
You pull 2 pins.
I
pull out this tool head, which is 9 millimeter.
Oh, okay.
And I've got 45 caliber.
Oh man, look at you.
And I take this and I just put it right here, and I'm ready. All I gotta do is put my 2 pins back in, and I'm ready to go with 45.
Oh, that's cool right there, man. But you got a pimp status type of presser there you got though.
But
that's
he's a pimp,
kind of a pricey one, eh?
Good Lord, Chico ain't paying full price for shit. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of money.
He's dirty soft. He don't pay full price for nothing.
No, I know he don't pay full money for it, but I'm saying it's still it's not a cheap price.
How much for one reel?
That's right. Hey, how about you get? Hey, just give me some coke in the hand right here, man. I need no.
I need
no cup.
All right, we're gonna start going through the room. It's about that time. I got to get up early for work as always, and I'm sure most other people do too. So we're gonna start going through the room. We will start with the one, the only, Dirty South himself. What's going on, man? What did you got coming up?
Oh man, I got to do some range stuff. It's been cold down here in the Dirty South, and I got to go to the range and shoot some of these reloads so I can start cranking out some of these 45. So that's it. Thanks for having me, man. I'm always happy to be here and interact with the side chat and answer questions if I can. So, but if not, if anyone wants to know more, you can check my page, Jay. All these guys on the panel, if they're reloaders and the Reloaders Network, is always very helpful. So thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it, Alan and Scotsman.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Daniel.
Well, I just got to make sure that, okay, my contribution to this show tonight has been just so lovely, and I just want to express my appreciation to everybody
Lights are
here.
on.
I know my mic's on.
No, I'm talking about the lights. Oh,
Light.
shit.
I just want to say this has been one really great train wreck tonight. Can you hear me now? And the panel, love y'all. Side chat, you've been great. And I'm on pain meds, so I'm a train wreck myself.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right, gorillas and guns. What you got, brother?
Oh man, just doing my thing, eating bananas and making videos, man.
Hey, where you got that rat in the back?
Say what now?
Where you got that rat in the back?
Rat? Those are chinchillas, man. Those aren't rats.
Oh, it's a
Those
fucking
are fancy
rat.
rats.
That's a rat with hair. That's all that shit is.
Lots of hair, yeah. But now I'm just getting ready to make some more silent videos. Now that I got this steel out here from Gill at Hard Target, man, I tell you, he hooked me up, and those targets are awesome, man. I love them. So
Gil's a good man. I'm glad he's doing well now.
Yep. Gil's a great dude.
Good deal, brother. Good deal. Jamie, what you got, man?
So Friday was a beautiful day. I met up with Scott Insight Freedom. We did some shooting up at the range where you and I met. And
Scotty Too Hottie?
We did first shots out of our Milsurp rifles. I shot my Mauser, and he shot his SKS, and I'll have a video coming out on that soon. I did load 8 and 9 for 35 Remington. That'll be coming out soon. I'm going to be doing a review for a Hornady Camlock case trimmer. That'll be coming out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So pretty busy time. Scotsman, thanks for having me on. Guys, you guys are always a blast in the panel. Thanks for everybody showing up in the side chat. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Good to have you, man. And everyone's favorite controversial.
No
Josh.
one knows what it's like to be the bad man. 2 chats in a row.
It's all good, dude. It's all good.
I love it. I love it. It was fun. I enjoy opposing, arguments and whatnot. I like to debate. Hell, even if I agree with you, I'll take a different point of view just for the sake of argument. So I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's better than everybody just sitting around agreeing and saying, yeah, that's boring to me. So it was fun, and love all you guys. Sorry if I was an asshole to anybody or getting all crazy on y'all, but that's the way I am.
Pégale ese cabrón.
That's good, dude, brother. We love
It's all
it.
good, man. It's all good. And I didn't get your package out last week, but it'll be coming out this week. So.
Now I don't want to open it.
I'm gonna throw.
Wait. Hold the fuck up.
Extra in there.
You did not get Josh's package out last week, but you're gonna make sure you get Josh's package out this week. That sounds just completely fucking wrong, man.
Wait till you hear about the hot loads in that package.
Oh God.
I think you need to get him a wrap.
He packed some hot loads in your package? That's wrong.
That's why I said.
Wait till you see the unboxing.
to a serious Masputo level we never seen before. Good job.
Anyway, Mario, what you got, brother?
Hi. Oh man. Hey guys. Thanks to the panel. Thanks everybody out there in the chat. Love you guys, man. It's always awesome to be here with like-minded people. We don't always agree, but at least you know what? We can put our differences aside, and no matter what, we are brothers and sisters out here. We're trying to just be able to maintain our Second Amendment rights. One thing I do want to kind of point out, guys, is that I know that if you guys haven't had a chance, man, get out there and just show support to a lot of service members out members are going through some rough times, usually after the holidays. Right now it's cold and gloomy. They have a tendency of getting a little on the downside. So if you know of a service member, especially those that have been in combat, man, just reach out to them. Say, hey, man, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. This is really a bad time for a lot of the vets, especially those that deal with a lot of depression. We have a tendency, we don't like cold and gloomy days, man. It has a tendency of affecting us quite a bit. So just go out there and say what's up to everybody.
We have Justin's Final Mission, so make sure you check out Justin's Final Mission to help out there also. But Maro, you have another one as well. What was the other one you had again? I forgot. I'm sorry. It was the
Reefs Across America, but that's usually just on
America.
Yeah. There's another. What do you got there, man? The Combat Wounded. What is
Combat Wounded Coalition? Yep.
Yeah. There's been a lot of good programs that have been starting to come out. A lot of vets are starting to notice the issues that we got going on with our vets, and just get involved. My biggest thing is that just recognize these great folks and try to take care of them, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I sometimes do all this because in reality I go through my down times, and then being around like-minded people I kind of forget about. So it's always a good it's good therapy for me to get in here and talk to a lot of you guys. Even though I have a lot of stuff I got going on in my life, but it's always good to be around like-minded people, because it makes me realize what I fight for every day. So that's all I got, guys. I guess have a good night. Thank you guys for having me again.
Yeah, absolutely, more than welcome anytime, brother. And with that, we'll go over to Alan B. Pro. And real quick, before we do, anyone who's out there still watching, and we still have 26 people out there, make sure if you haven't made a video or if you haven't gone supported, we have the 1,000 subscriber, 1,000 friends family giveaway for Alan B. Pro.
Hey,
yeah, doing the hashtag Tinder famous, and I greatly appreciate anybody that wants to jump in on that. That's it's surely to make a complete ass of me, which is easy to do. Thanks to everybody that goes out and does what they do so that I can be who I am. And I say that specifically to you, Battle Beam. Thank you for doing what you do so that I can just be who I am.
Tender things, baby.
It means a hell of a lot to more people than we'll ever tell you. And with that, I hope to God that the weather holds out and I'm going to be able to get out and put some warmth into my weapons this coming week at some point. And if it makes it to video, I'm not quite sure, not at this point. But as always, keep the magazines loaded and one in the chamber.
Heck yeah.
I'll concur with what Alan said there, Mario, and anyone else out there, a service member or has been a service member. Trust me, we appreciate you 110%. We're all behind you. That's why you see both flags up here. We stand behind you. We appreciate you. With that, guys, thanks for joining in. Appreciate the side chat. You guys will have a great night, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me.